Hey, what's going on, everyone? How we doing? So I just got home from baseball and just saw Bellinger make a really nice catch. I missed the I missed the Cardinals game today, but I had tons of people coming into the facility being like, "It's 10-0 Cardinals or 11-0 Cardinals or something crazy." I don't know. They said that they scored like 10 runs in the first inning, which is absurd. I didn't see that one coming. I've been to Omaha. I've played on that field, but never for the World Series. So just so you guys know, um, no, I'm not putting on a hat. Sorry, my hair's a little. I don't have much hair left, but I've had a hat on all day at baseball, so I'm not going to put it on again right now. Why does everyone ask that? Am I not smart enough to figure out why everyone wants me to ask that? Oh, congrats, Richie. He's working at Costco. Good morning, Moses. Moises, not Moses. Moises. Um, I'm also going to eat some dinner. Yes, I did, Ethan. I may be a little old, but I bet I can still run faster, throw harder, hit further than you. I should be able to. I'm not that old. I'm going to. I usually do cut my hair shorter, but I know. Sorry, he's making me mad. I say it to our kids all the time. Oh, Ernesto Frieri stories. Thank you so much, by the way. Preston. Ernesto Frieri. Let's see. I have a couple for Ernesto Frieri stories that I can't tell you. My dinner tonight is Laura made. Oh, Ethan, I bet I can hit it further than you. I know it has been a long time, but unless you play at a high level, I think I still can hit it further than you. So Laura made a little. I'm gonna get back to the Ernesto Frieri story in a minute. She made me a little pasta with some garlic bread, and I also have some Italian bread over here too. No, Frank, I can't. I feel like that's a joke because people ask me that all the time. John, how hard do you throw, John? What's up, toe collector? So, Ernesto Frieri stories. Let me talk to you real quick. Yep, 10 o'clock dinner. Got home late from work. The food's delicious. What Ernesto Frieri stories could I tell you? So, Ernesto's from Colombia, I believe. We played together for a couple of years. Um, I'm being honest. I couldn't. I work at Antonelli baseball. um, so tonight we had I had lessons. I had like 5 hours of lessons, and then we had fall practice. Preston, I'm sorry, but hi Timmy. I don't know if I can tell you any for Ernesto stories. A couple of them were just kind of weird stories that I don't think anyone can know. I've got some Dave Freeze stories too, but some of those I can't tell. Um, Ernesto was a great kid though. He was one of my buddies. And I will say about Ernesto is that when I played with him in the lower minors, I never thought he was going to be. I shouldn't say this, but kind of. I never like watched him pitch and be like, oh man, this guy's going to be a big league pitcher and he's going to be really hard. He didn't even throw like super hard. I don't remember him throwing super hard in the low minors. But then all of a sudden he's like up with the Angels and he's throwing like 95 plus and it's crazy. I got nervous playing all the time. Yeah, without a doubt. No, me and Ernesto talked all the time. He was actually one of my buddies. I can't swing a lot, but I can still swing. 84 for a junior in high school. It's not bad. My guess is it probably makes you like a D2 to D3 pitcher. If you're, it depends. some people say they throw 84, but they really throw 79 to 81, and they touch an 84 every now and then. If you're consistently around 84, then it could be a D2 pitcher. Typically, in my experience for D1, most places kind of want usually mid 80s as like you got to be sitting mid 80s. You can't just touch an 85. I don't know why North Carolina doesn't. That's a good question. That's pretty good, Jim. Jim, you got to get it together, though. A lot of people starting to talk some crap about Michigan. I do think the Dodgers will win, but I think one of the Astros playing Game 5. Did they already play? I don't know. I've been so busy. How come hitters chase balls in the dirt? Okay, let's talk about this. It's a great question. Most people, when you're sitting here watching on TV and you see the ball, see how slow the ball looks on TV? It looks really slow. It looks like you can see it coming in, right? And so people are like, how do you swing at that in the dirt? Don't you see it in the dirt? Like, my mom will say that a lot, you know? It's in the dirt. When you're hitting up there and you got a guy throwing 98 miles an hour with a filthy 90-mile-an-hour breaking ball or 87-mile-an-hour breaking ball, like when you're facing Strasburg, it's actually impressive that they don't swing at the ball in the dirt every time. You can't fully grasp how good these pitchers are unless you stood in the box. If you stood in the box, I'm going to be honest, most people would shit their pants. Most people wouldn't see the ball. Most people would get up there. Like, this happens a lot at our practice and stuff. You'll see like a dad or somebody, or just like a random guy that's got like a 12-year-old son in the facility. They'll kind of like mosey on up to our practice. And like if our 17s are pitching, like we've got a lot of guys that throw hard, but let's just say we got a guy throwing 83. Most of the parents will watch that 83 and be like, whoa, what does this guy throw, 95? And I'm like, no, 81 to 83. Like, 95 plus is very fast. And then you put that type of breaking ball right there. You guys see that breaking ball right there? They just check swung. It's like, again, it's amazing that that anyone can hit it. Like that ball bounced, but that ball just dropped off a table at like almost 90 miles an hour. So, sorry, that was just a rant for me. Because baseball, to me, this is most professional sports. Baseball looks easy. When you're watching this, it doesn't look that hard. But obviously, it is extremely hard. It's like one of the hardest things to do in the world. Anyways, that's dumb. I never hit a high school in homer. I never hit a high school in homer, yeah. I never hit a homer in high school. And then I hit 18 in college, but I never hit a home run in high school. So I was never a home run guy, really. I can't show the game. I don't think that's allowed. I know a lot of people have been saying that. Why don't you show the game? Like, I don't think I'm allowed to show the game, right? Isn't that some type of copyright rule? Okay, Ethan. Yeah, right, exactly. Ethan, where do you play baseball? I want to know this. If you play Division I baseball, I might give it to you. I don't know how old you are, but I'm still going to say you can't hit the ball as far as I can. Exactly. I'd love to be the Padres' new manager. Look at this breaking ball right here. Ethan, I could hit the ball further lefty than you could whatever way you normally hit. Let's say that. And I don't... No, I'm watching with sound. You guys just can't hear it because I got a microphone pointed at me, but I can hear the TV. So Road to the Show. Let me talk about this real quick. Road to the Show. I haven't put one out in the last couple days because I had an issue with my computer where I do where I do all my editing. It wanted me to update to the newest Catalina software, the new Mac OS. But apparently I had like malware or something in my computer and it wasn't allowing me to do that. I spent 3 to 4 hours. Shout out to JP's Baseball Journey. Everybody go check out JP's Baseball Journey. How's that, JP? So, I haven't been able to upload my Road to the Show videos. So just so you guys know, I just got it fixed today, right before I went to baseball, but I didn't have time to upload it. So it'll be up tomorrow night. Let's say 7 o'clock tomorrow night, Eastern time. I get a beverage. I drink water. Just so you guys know, the only drinks I like are water and Coke. Those are my 2 drinks. I try to not drink Coke a lot. I drink water basically at every meal. If I eat pizza, I drink Coke. If I eat pizza, I drink Coke. Yeah, that's what I said. Gotta stay hydrated. So I'm not a big beer drinker. I got this question last time too. I'll drink beer only if I go if I go to like a cookout or something, I'll have a beer. If I'm having dinner and I'm going to drink an alcoholic beverage, I'm going to drink a glass of wine. My wife kind of got me into that. She likes wine, and so I started drinking wine with her a long time ago. Coffee, I've never had a coffee before. I know that might sound crazy, but I've never had a drink of coffee in my life. Corey Brown, yeah. I call it soda, not pop. That's got to be expensive, Max. Let's see. Wow, these are going quick. Who was the meanest coach I ever had? My meanest coach was my college coach. I think thanks, Dub. I think he tried to use kind of meanness as a motivational tool, I think, which works on some guys, right? Some guys need to really be yelled at, screamed at, kicked in the butt, to get them going. I'm really not that type of person, my personality. And it's really weird. I am now. I'm much tougher now mentally than I was as a player. When I was 18, I didn't do great if you screamed and yelled at me and called me names. That didn't make me play better. It actually made me play worse. Now, if I work someplace, I know you saw my last comment. You're nervous. I didn't see it, Ethan. Let me go back because you don't make me nervous at all. I'm old now. I don't get nervous. Ethan, I don't see a comment anywhere. What are you talking about? Nope, I don't see it anywhere. I'm going back and I still don't see it. I think you're... Oh, here you go. Post a video of you hitting on a field, not a cage, and you get the ball out of the infield. Ethan, let me tell you a story real quick, all right? This story is for Ethan. So I coach high school. Oh, I have a super chat. Hold on. Ever face a knuckleballer? How much movement? Let me hold that story for 1 second, Patriots roll. And Matthew Dominguez, hold on 1 second. Let me tell you a story, Ethan. I coached high school baseball a couple years ago. I don't know, this is probably 2 years ago. I don't hit very much ever because of my wrist. And the guys were saying something about me being old and all this stuff. And I was like, give me a bat. I'll hit a home run my first pitch. Now, I haven't swung in probably 3 years at this point. I was like, give me a bat. I'll hit a home run first pitch. So my dad's pitching. He throws it in, and I hit a line drive into the outfield, probably a line shot. Probably would have been caught by the center fielder. Then the second pitch, I hit a home run out to left field, and I dropped the bat and walked off the field. And everyone was like, holy shit. And So yes, I'll take your $10 in 10 seconds because I'm going to hit it way out of the infield. I know I haven't played in a while, but I only hit 190 something in the major leagues, but Ethan, I don't know if you know this. The major leagues is the best league in the world, and they don't just let everyone play in it. I know that some people think they do, but you got me fired up tonight, Ethan. It's not like travel ball where they're like, pay $2,000 and you can play somewhere. The major leagues is not like that. They actually take the best players from the whole world, like China, Japan, Venezuela. I don't know why I said China. There's really not many Chinese players in the big leagues, but I know. I'm having fun yelling at Ethan. This is fun. I played against Team China before. When I was with the Padres, we played Team China in an exhibition game. God, it was a massacre. I give them credit for trying, but they weren't very good. Okay, guys. I'm eating some pasta. Laura made me some pasta. I got a, so let's see here. I got a, super chats. Let me get back to my super chats. Wow, we got lots of super chats here, guys. Hold on one second. Patriots rule, 929. Ever face a knuckleballer? How much movement? I did face 2 knuckleballers in the minor leagues. And I honestly can't remember who they were, their names, but I do remember one played for the Red Sox. I don't remember who the other one played for. I did strike out once, and then I hit, I feel like I hit a home run off a fastball from a knuckleballer. I don't know if that was a dream or not, but I vividly remember the first at-bat. Ball came in, I took it, and I was like, that's a crappy knuckleball right there. And then ball came in again, and I swung, and I was like, this ball's going to get crushed, and I swung right through the thing. I was at Lake Elsinore, so I was swinging really well that year. And I'll tell you, it's just funky seeing a ball come in at you without any rotation. You guys, if you guys watch Road to the Show, you see that a couple times that happened, and it like freaked me out because it's very odd to see that. I think that's the hardest part sometimes about the knuckleball is you never see it. So when you see the ball doing this, it kind of spooks you a little bit. But it wasn't like I saw it and I was like, oh my God, that's the most amazing pitch ever. I actually thought I was going to crush it and I just missed it. Matthew Dominguez, thank you so much. What would you do if you and Laura had an extra 1K a month? If we had an extra $1,000 a month, Laura would probably buy a pocketbook. That's not true. I'm not sure. Me, I'd probably invest it. I'd probably buy stocks. I really like to invest money. That's a filthy 88-mile-an-hour breaking ball, pretty much on the black by Bueller right there. That's unhittable. Oh, Michael Taylor. Was that Michael Taylor? Yeah, me and Michael Taylor were teammates when I was with the Nationals. Very, very nice young man, that Michael Taylor. Good piece of hitting right there. Maybe we go on vacation. I take Laura on a nice little vacation. Primant. Thank you so much. Thoughts on the Cardinals' awesome first inning today against the Braves? So I said this when I first got on. I was working today all day. I had lots of baseball. I didn't see it. I was at baseball, and people kept coming in and being like, Coach, you see this game? Whatever. And I'm like, no, I can't see it. I'm working. I'm hitting ground balls and throwing BP and stuff. And they were like, Cardinals just scored 10 runs. So I haven't seen it yet. I got home from baseball, and I went right on here. So what is going on with my TV right now? It just skipped through. I think Strasburg's bunting. Here's a tip for all you guys. If you ever get into this situation. If you're the catcher and they bunt through it or take it, just come up throwing a second base. You'll get a lot of guys because the guy at second taking the secondary sometimes gets over aggressive. In the big leagues, they should be a little smarter, and you should take a secondary, like a bunt secondary, where you're not leaning towards third. Kershaw is starting to bang balls against the wall. But you have to let the bunter do his job. Don't try to be extra aggressive and try to be a hero if you're a base runner during a bunt. See the ball down and go. If you get thrown out, it's because it was a shitty bunt, not because you're a bad base runner. So there's just a little bit of advice for you. Orlando Costa, thank you so much. $10, wow. I want to fly you to LA. Sorry, I'm choking on my pasta. So you can help my crummy 35 and over Sunday League team. I'll laugh my ass off. Love the channel. Thanks so much, Orlando. You know what? If I'm ever in LA, I'll let you know. My wife wants to go out to California, and my best friend, actually, just moved out to LA. So maybe I'll go out and see him out there and help your team out. Jason Madison, thank you so much. Matt has 2 channels, Sub or Richie Will Spider-Man You. I do have 2 channels, but I don't use the other one really. The other one, I don't know if you guys know this. I was one of I probably was one of the first major league players on YouTube. But I ended up making a lot of my videos on there private after a while because my wife told me that I scared people. So I used to do a lot of videos that were non-baseball related. I used to just kind of vlog, I guess. I had a thing called Grind My Gears. I would talk about things that really grind my gears because I was a big Family Guy fan. And so I have a lot of those videos still, but they're all private now because Laura made me put them private. Ali, thank you so much. Love your honesty. I thank you very much. I appreciate that, and thank you for the $2. Okay, Andrew Clark, thank you. What is that white trim small door in the background corner? Oh, that little thing back there? I'll show you. It's just our little water valve. So, here. So you just pop it open, reach my hand in. If I got to turn the water off, so there you go. Okay. Luis, thank you so much. Tell Angelo to not throw the bat after swinging. Yeah. Exactly. We actually had that happen in our fall ball game. One of our players swung, threw the bat, hit the catcher, and the umpire took it and yelled at him. Preston, thank you so much. Process after road games going back to hotel and MLB. Okay. So after a road game, there's going to be a team bus that'll take you back. And so I did that every now and then. If you get out and you want to leave before the team bus goes, or if you get out and the team bus has already left and you want to go, in my day, you just took a taxi. Now I'm sure you just Uber. But that was the 2 ways to get away from the stadium or get back to the hotel. You either take the team bus or you taxi / again, then there was no Uber when I played, but you taxi. And you'd always taxi to the game. I took a taxi to every road game. Usually, like, you jump in with a couple guys like me and like Whey LeBlanc or whoever would go. VW Bug TG, thank you so much for the $5. Do you ever see a woman playing in the... Oh, do I ever see one? I'm sure it'll happen at some point. Yeah, I'll just say that. I'm sure it'll happen at some point. That'd be pretty cool. I'd like to see it happen. Matthew Dominguez, thank you so much. Do you watch John Boy Media, and what's your favorite taco? Okay, I've seen a couple of John Boy's videos. I don't know which ones I've seen. But I mean, I've seen a couple random ones of them. I don't watch a lot of them. Um, Usually, people will message me or say like, "Hey," or they'll send me the video, his video, and say, "Hey, check this out." Sometimes I'll have time and I'll watch it. But I think that they're very funny, and the way he lip reads is like amazing. I don't know how he does that. So it's a great channel though. The videos I've seen, I've always laughed at all of them. They're really funny. Who is he though? I don't know who he is. Where's he from? I don't know anything about him. But good job on the videos. Josh, so did you check out your urinating tree? I didn't. Shoot. I'm going to have to, though. I promise I will. Um, I think Kapler will get fired? I mean, it sounds like he could. I don't know. I know they obviously underperformed this year. For a first year manager, it's still first year, right? I don't know. Baseball's weird. All sports are weird. Real short leashes. Guys can get hired and fired immediately. So I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. But I didn't follow the Phillies enough to really know how the year. I know it didn't go great, but I didn't really follow it. So Miguel, what's going on? Thank you so much. Do you know what Justin Madison? I do. I don't know if I know your Justin Madison that you're talking about, but I played with a Justin Madison. Where the hell did I play with him? I played somewhere with him. I can't even remember what team. This is oh. I thought Eaton got that for a second. The thing is, after you play for a while and then coach a lot of teams and like there's so many players, sometimes I forget where the hell I played with guys. But Preston, would you take MLB Network B-cast job for 6 to 7 figures? 7 figures? Yes. 6 figures? I guess it would depend. I would say this. I think it would be I mean, I know nothing about the job, but I like baseball. I love baseball. I love talking about baseball. And most of the stuff I do, I mean, I coach a lot. I do a lot of talking. I talk about baseball all day long. I've been talking about baseball all day. Talking about baseball more now. Comes pretty natural to me. I feel like I could do a decent job. Okay. Matt, why are your eyes so sunken into your head? It's a great question. I got a couple things I was going to respond to that are probably inappropriate for this audience, so I'm not going to say it, Ethan. But if you said that to me in person, I'd have a couple things that I'd be coming back with you. To you with. Matthew Dominguez, thank you so much. Oh, damn, your taco question. Oh, this is going to make you mad, Matthew. I hate tacos. Hate them. Won't eat them. Can't even smell tacos. There's something about taco seasoning that just grosses me out. So. Laura is actually, I can hear her moving around, so she probably finally has my daughter in bed. For some reason, Laura puts my daughter to bed and then just sits in my daughter's room and like, I don't know what she does up there. Again, it's like, what was that, Wedding Crash? Was that Wedding Crashers? What was that when he's like, I don't know what she does back there, up there, whatever. I think that's Wedding Crashers, right? Mile the Meatloaf. Oh, wait, I think I just got, I did get another super chat. Hold on, where'd it go? I didn't hear Brian McCann retired, really? I never played with Brian McCann, but I played against him. Josh, thank you so much. How backwards was it being a Yankee, and what league do you prefer? prefer AL, NL, and thoughts on regular season interleague play. Ooh, okay. I'm not sure what you mean. How backwards was it being a Yankee? So I'm just going to tell you how it was being a Yankee real quick. The Yankees were the first organization, the only organization that when I played with them in the minors, I wasn't even in the majors with them. You could tell that you were with the Yankees. Like, they made a lot of references to being a Yankee and how things were different with them. And I definitely felt that in the minor leagues. And so that's one. Two, I know that I was a Red Sox fan growing up, but that had no influence on me playing with the Yankees. By that point, I didn't really care about the Red Sox anymore, and I was just happy to be employed by a Major League Baseball team. So I enjoyed my time with the Yankees. I was kind of banged up that year, didn't play a whole lot, but I did like it there. And what were the other questions? Oh, AL or NL? So me personally, I like interleague play. I like the DH because I don't like watching a pitcher just bunt every time or just stand there and just take 3 pitches and sit down. I know there's a couple of pitchers that can hit, but I'd personally, I like offense. Strasburg's changeup is filthy, by the way. It is just filthy. But I would, I like the AL more and I like the DH more. I've never tried steroids before. Nope, I have not. I made a video on who would win the World Series. I think the Astros are going to win. I'm going to stick with it. That's why I picked the beginning of the year. Difference between day games and night games. You see the ball much better in the day. At least I did. I played in college during the days because we didn't have lights. I just felt like I hit much better in the days. It felt like at night, sometimes I couldn't see the ball as well. I do not watch Dude Perfect. I think I've seen a video, but I don't. No, biggest misconception is that everyone in the big leagues is on roids. Sorry, DC. My hair's long and messy and... hold on one second. I got a couple super chats here. Oh, what happened? One of the messages was retracted, and I don't know what it said now. Why do hitters get fooled by slider changeup? All right, so we were talking about this a little before you got here. When a guy throws 90, you have 4/10 of a second. So when a guy throws 90, you have 4/10 of a second to see the ball, know where it's going, swing a little tiny round bat and hit a round ball. That's pretty much 4/10 of a second. Now, that's if it's 90. If it's 98, then it's faster than that. Now, put a ball that's coming in a little bit slower and doing this. So what we talk about, the fact that anyone could even hit that to begin with is extremely difficult. Like crazy. Even for the best hitters in the world. Baseball it's a pitching game. Like, the great hitters only get hits 30% of the time. It is the most difficult thing in the world. So then you put a great pitcher, it becomes even harder. Like, you got a guy throwing 100 with a 90-mile-an-hour slider, that should be illegal. That's impossible almost. Physically, you should not be able to do it. It goes against science pretty much. Okay, Josh, I meant awkward, also calling it. Oh, how awkward was it being a Yankee? Yeah, not at all. Like, look at that breaking ball right there. In my opinion, too, I don't know why this is. I do know why this is, because everyone played baseball. You don't see a lot of people, like, sitting on the sofa. Well, you do kind of, but you don't see a lot of people being like, oh, I could play in the NFL, right? Because most people know, like, okay, I'm not that fast. I don't run a 4.3. Like, I can't play in the NFL. You don't see most people being like, I can play in the NBA, because most people are like 5'8", and NBAers are all 6'6" and high and taller. But there's tons of people that watch baseball games and are like, I could do that. Like, oh my, like I did that in Little League. Even though most people probably hit 150 in Little League, most people for some reason think they could just go and play big league baseball. Like my number one email, and this has nothing. I actually love that people want to try to play, but my number one email I get and my number one Instagram DM I get are from people that are like, hey Matt, I'm 35. I haven't played baseball since 12U. But my dreams are playing the big leagues, and I really think I can do it. Do you think I have a shot? Like, no. Like I worked every day of my life to get to the big leagues. Every day, I dedicated my whole life to baseball. I was one of the best players in the world. I got paid, like we said, millions of dollars to play baseball, and I could not stay there for more than I got up there for 23 games. So it's like it is the hardest. Like there's only a small amount of people in the whole world that can go and do it. It is extremely, 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 extremely hard. Like I had one guy write to me on YouTube. He said, dude, you hit 190 something in the big leagues. Like, why are you even getting hitting advice? And he wrote, that's like a lawyer that hasn't won a trial giving law advice. How many lawyers are, like, I was thinking, like, how many lawyers are there in the world? A bajillion? Anyone can really be a lawyer. Like, you can be a shitty lawyer and still say you're a lawyer, I guess, if you just go to law school. You can't be a shitty baseball player and play in the big leagues. Even guys that weren't good in the big leagues were not shitty baseball players. Okay, that's enough of my ranting. Sorry. I get so mad sometimes when I read some of these comments that I get on YouTube. Oh, wow. And you're calling a Cardinals championship. Interesting. We'll see. Ryan, thank you so much. How would you rate the Syracuse Chiefs Stadium? The Syracuse Chiefs Stadium, the playing surface was amazing. One of the best infields I ever played on. Maybe at any level. It was amazing. The field is huge. Horrible place to hit if you're a righty. I hit a lot of balls there that I thought I'd crush and they didn't go out because left center field is huge. And left field's huge. But the worst part about playing Syracuse, no one came to our games. There was no fans. Paramedic, thank you so much. Get Laura to roast you, like road to show videos. I don't know where she is. I thought she'd come down here by now, but she's not. I'll call for her in a minute. Patriots rule, yeah. Would you ever do a house tour? Yeah, I guess I could do a house tour. I got two little kids, 2 kids under 5, so our house is a disaster all the time. Like I just picked up the house earlier today and it's already a mess. So I just have to clean up first, I guess. Is Laura Hispanic? If so, is she ashamed? Laura is she's a couple things. She's Italian, French Canadian, English, I think. I think that's what she is. Nicholas Scott, thank you very much. And William, how do you play in San Antonio and not like tacos? Is a great question. I don't know. I just can't do tacos. I'm sorry. I just can't do them. Talk baseball. Isn't that what I've been doing, talking baseball? I haven't had Taco Bell, but Laura loves it. The best way to get to the majors, well, you need extreme talent. You need a little bit be born in a certain way, right? You gotta, like, it helps to be born with some good eyesight. Like, my eyesight's great. And we were talking about this last video. I was born, like, pretty fast and athletic. But then you have to have a really good work ethic. You've got to be lucky. right? Because injuries play a factor, and there's just a lot of players in the world, and sometimes you gotta be in the right place at the right time. So there's a lot that goes into it. But ultimately, you have to be very hardworking and very talented, or you have to be talented and hardworking to build your skill, right? It's just a super skill game. And the amount of work that goes into it is just a real lot. And again, most people don't realize how good the players are. Most people think like, oh, I could play in the major leagues. Like, they're really good. It certainly helps be born. For instance, just to answer your question again, I know plenty of people that worked hardest workers I ever saw. But they just weren't. They ran sprints all the time. They worked out all the time. They threw all the time. They had a certain ceiling that they could get to, and their hard work got them there. But the ceiling just wasn't high enough to go to the next level. Some people were born that way. They got the most they could out of their body, but their body just didn't allow them to go any higher. And there's some people that get out of bed in the morning, and when their feet hit the ground, if they wanted to run, they're just going to run faster than you. That's just the way it happens. Or they just get out of bed and they can hit better than you. MLB featuring Ken Griffey Jr. on N64. Best game ever? Yeah, it was a great game. Me and my cousin Mikey, man, did we play a lot of hours of Griffey baseball on N64. Yep, great call. Patriots rule. Eat 10 tacos or watch paint dry for a week. Watch paint dry for a week. I hate tacos. I'd throw up. At least watching paint dry, I mean, it's not going to be painful. Robert Wayne, thank you so much. Have you ever thought about being a pitcher? I did. You want to hear a funny story? It's not that funny, but when I stopped playing, I sat around for a while, figuring out what to do with my life, and I said, I want to pitch. So I grabbed the ball, I went down to the field. At this point, I'd played second forever, and my arm action was all I was used to just doing this. And I said, like, oh, if I hit 90, I'm going to try to become a pitcher, even though 90 would have never been hard enough. And I threw, and I think I hit 87, and then I quit. And I said, I'm done. But if I had thrown and hit like 92, I would have probably tried to go pitch somewhere. Even though it's like everyone throws 92. Anyone can throw, not anyone can throw 92, but at the big league level, in the minor league level, everybody can throw 92 pretty much. Matthew, did I try any real tacos in San Diego? I didn't, because I hate them. I've been everywhere. San Diego, Mexico, I don't care where I'm going. I played with so many players from Mexico and so many Latin American countries, and seeing everybody eat everything of tacos and all this stuff, can't do it. I don't care how good of a taco is. So many people have been like, no, dude, dog, this is real Mexican right here. This is a real taco. Like, nope, I don't like it. Uh-oh, there it is. They're on the board. Like that ball right there, Bellinger took that and just threw it like over the cutoff man's head. You gotta be careful there. You know you're not throwing the guy out the plate right there. Like, take the ball, hit the cutoff man, keep the runner off second. I didn't even go to second, but I got a little nervous when he threw that ball. I was like, what the hell is he doing? We got no chance to throw him out at the plate. Rendon just jogging home. Like, why are we even throwing the ball? Like, just hit the cut. Josh, thank you so much. Do you watch hockey? And if so, what do you think about the Blues 2090 player hub? So, Hockey, I love hockey, but I don't watch a lot of hockey. I barely watch any hockey. Even though the Bruins were in the Stanley Cup, like I barely watched any hockey. So I didn't follow it enough. Although for our high school team, our student manager on our high school team, on our high school baseball team, his dad is the assistant GM of the Blues, maybe. So I talked to him a lot about the Blues and their players and stuff, but I didn't watch a lot of it. But I think it's an amazing story, obviously. Um, I was excited for him. He was super into it. And, I'm not a huge Bruins fan. Just kind of don't follow hockey enough, so I was happy to see them win. Howie Kendrick, guy's hitting like 340 something this year, 344 or whatever. Look at that ball. 92. That's a 92 mile an hour. I don't know what that is. 92 mile an hour slider. That pitch should be outlawed. The ball just dropped off a table at 92 miles an hour. Matthew, thank you so much. Is it just tacos or also burritos and other Mexican food? Double play, tailor made. Nice little power feed right there. Oh, here's a sweet view of this swing. Broke his bat. So, I'm not a fan of all Mexican, really, except I'll eat like fajitas, but I would consider that like, I don't even know if you can really consider that real Mexican. I do like a Chipotle burrito, though. Again, that's probably not considered real Mexican, but I love Chipotle. William Webb, thank you so much. Thoughts on President Trump? So, one, I'm not really into politics at all. Some people are like, how are you not into politics? Like, I don't know. I'm just not. Two, I just feel like any political talk is basically like people are one way or the other and they just yell and scream at each other all day long and then nobody sees anyone else's point of view and then they just get mad and want to punch each other in the face. So that's why I don't usually get involved with much politics stuff or political stuff. Yeah, I don't know if that answers your question, but thank you very much. Josh, $15, Josh. Man, where you getting all this money, Josh? Thank you so much. See that spot right there? 88, like a little cutter or something? Anyone you play with currently in the playoffs or on a team that made it and got eliminated, do you still talk with anyone else from the old days? Okay. So guys that I played with that are still playing the big leagues, there's not many of them. Jacoby Ellsbury's still playing, but he's basically been hurt. Whey LeBlanc was my best friend playing basically my whole career. Still playing with the Mariners, didn't make the playoffs. Nick Hundley. I believe did Nick get released towards the end of the year? I think my wife told me that. I wasn't following enough. Who else? Will Venable was one of my buddies. He's the first base coach for the Cubs. Who else? Now, I've got a lot of teammates that are still playing, but I wasn't close enough friends with them. The thing was, when I started bouncing around, like I got to know guys for just like a few months, then I go to a new team. A few months, go to a new team. So, like, I got a lot of guys, a lot of teammates that are still playing. We could go through all, like for the Indians, like I played with the whole Indians team. Like, my team was Perez and Gomes behind the plate, and Jose Ramirez at third, and Lindor's at short with me, and we had Jesus Aguilar at first, and we had like the whole freaking team, Bauer on the mound, and so I know all those guys. I played with all of them; they're all on my team, but I didn't get to know them so well that I would keep in contact with them. I was only with the Indians for a couple months, so it's not like I still talk to those guys. And that's just the Indians, like. When I was with the Orioles, like my team in spring training that I was with every day was a lot of the guys still on the team. Well, not so many that are still on the team, but like we had Chris Davis at first. We had Mark Reynolds at third. We had J.J. Hardy at short. We had Adam Jones in center, Nick Markakis in right. We had Matt Wieters behind the plate. We had Arrieta on the mound and Zach Britton on the mound and Tommy Hunter on the mound and